Once, my place of business, Charter Communications, also known as Spectrum, wanted us to knock until 9 p.m. I knew it was illegal to knock until 9 p.m., so I told it was against the law for us to knock on someone's door as a stranger after 8 p.m. I told them if I'd spoken to someone in the past, I'm allowed to knock on their door after 8 p.m. They weren't hearing me and insisted we knock until 9 p.m. I pulled up Google articles to prove it was illegal to knock on the door of someone you didn't know. If you were returning to someone you already had contact with, that was legal. But to knock on a stranger's door, someone whom you didn't have any acquaintance with, that would be a problem. At first, they tried to strong arm us into working until 9 p.m. When I refused, telling them that I did not want to break the law as a black woman in America, they insisted that I would be written up. I then printed the law stating that we couldn't knock after 8 p.m., contacted my supervisor's supervisor, the office manager, who remained steadfast that we needed to knock until 9 p.m. I then contacted an attorney who wrote a letter to the company stating it was against the law for us to knock past 8 p.m. They sent them a copy of the law, and after that, they stated that the legal knocking time was 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in our jurisdiction. My company eventually conceded and allowed us to leave the field at 8 p.m. That was a question for describe a situation where you effectively use your negotiation skills to reach an agreement with others at work. Now tell me about a time you failed to reach an agreement in negotiation. What would you do differently now? Again, at Spectrum or Charter Communications, we're not allowed to carry pepper spray, mace, or any protective devices with us when we knock door to door. I requested to be allowed to carry pepper spray because there were a lot of stray dogs in the area and I was afraid of getting bitten. My request was denied. I tried to reason with them, explaining that we meet a lot of stray dogs in the field and this would be used solely as a form of protection from those stray dogs, not to spray dogs or people who held no threat to us. They said if we carried pepper spray, that would cause a liability issue for Spectrum or Charter. Were we to spray a human or a dog who posed no threat to us, the Spectrum could be sued. Because Spectrum is a large company, Spectrum could be seen as having deep pockets. I told them that if someone was bitten, that could also pose a risk for the company. They insisted we could not carry pepper spray. I then tried to split the difference by asking if we could carry dog spray instead. They asked what was in dog spray. I told them a milder form of pepper spray. They still declined the request. I carry dog spray anyway. It has saved me several times from being bitten. Were I to do things differently today, I probably wouldn't ask for permission because they say it's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. I would bring up the fear my team experiences when confronted by an untethered dog. Then I would show how other industries like the postal workers keep dog spray on their persons. I would then show research on how having dog spray is accepted and harmless to the dog, how dog spray is only a deterrent to the dog and causes no lasting harm.